Akili. We thank you for your time, and we have lots of new members that continue to join us every day. Um, I'm going to turn it over to you now, if you would, to just talk to us and tell us any pertinent information, obviously, about the Fortress.
Well, with Fortress, it's very simple. So it's not a whole lot to explain. I know you guys, a lot of you have seen the videos that I recently put out explaining some of the different aspects of Fortress. So we want to make sure we get those to our to your downlines so that they know that they can get this information. But some exciting news that's on the table is we now have, I don't know if you guys have seen the Fortress debit card. Have you all seen that?
No, I want one.
A lot of you have.
No.
I put it on Facebook a few months ago, and I left it there for a little while, and then I took it off. But we pretty much now have them. So in the next few days to a week, you guys will all be receiving your Fortress branded MasterCard. It will have the Fortress logo on it.
Oh, are you
nice?
Nice. Man. God.
So nobody has to, you don't have to choose Cash App. You don't have to choose any of those things. You will have a card, and during commissions time, your card will be automatically loaded with your commissions. And the beauty is you can take this card, and it's not just for Fortress. If you have a job and you want direct deposit from your job, you can use the card as you would any other MasterCard. We did a deal with MasterCard. So now we're about to issue these cards out, and we can send these cards internationally. And you can use it anywhere in the world the same way you would any other debit card. It's actually a MasterCard. So that's the exciting thing on the table.
Mr. Akili, are we saying that this card is a credit card? So it's not secure card where you have to load it, but it's a card with credit, or no?
When you say with credit, what do you mean?
So I apply for a MasterCard and they give me $1,000 limit, $2,000 limit. Is this a secure card or that type of card?
No, it's not. It's more like a secure card because it's just a debit card, as if you were to get, one of those Walmart preloadable cards.
Gotcha.
So this doesn't build your credit, but it's a pay card, but it's a full-fledged MasterCard. So it has the MasterCard logo, and you can use it anywhere, and you can load it anytime. As a matter of fact, if someone uses SDOT, they can send you money through SDOT to load your card. But the Fortress, the good thing about this is we can now load your commissions immediately. And
that's what I was just getting ready to ask.
As a marketing tool, when you talk to people about Fortress, you can say, "Hey, look, do you have your Fortress card?" And I'm also going to send it to members that are not qualified because this will work as motivation for them to get qualified. Because you now have this card, but now we got to get some money on this card. So what do we have to do to get some money on that card?
So can I use my can I use the money on my card to pay the down payment on Victory Manor back here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's another beautiful thing. People can take as long as you keep $10 on that card, you can set this up as your method of payment to Fortress as well. So you never have to worry about any money coming out of any account because all you have is your commissions going on and $10 coming off every month. It's just going to be so much easier.
This is huge.
Wow. Yes, exactly. And as you were talking, I was thinking, because right now we get paid from the 1st to the 5th, but now we'll all be able to get paid on the very same day, at once, instantly, one fell swoop. I'm so excited about that part of it.
Right, yes. and I'm excited about that too. And if I heard you correctly, I could call my sister who have one of these Fortress cards and say, "Hey, can you put $100 on my card?"
You know what? She can do that even if she don't have a Fortress card. She can do that with any Green Dot card. So yeah, it's gonna be so much easier.
Wow.
I love it.
It's awesome. That's exciting news.
Hey, let me tell you something. I just got through talking about this to Johnny Mac yesterday.
Oh wow.
Johnny Mac, he's with
like minds. We're all like-minded. So that's how it works.
Yes.
All right. Well, you wowed us with all this exciting news first, but we had some questions for you about the market and how it works and so forth and so on. Can you kind of tell us, the process of getting a product loaded onto the marketplace and how long it takes before we see it out there? Like I put it out there, but how long does it take for everybody to see it out there and things like that? And how does the money float?
So it typically takes 24 to 72 hours. Now, lately, the last couple of weeks has been taking a little bit longer. And the reason being is because we're having a lot of submissions. And so when we get more submissions, there's more communications that we do with everybody because everybody's product, that gets submitted doesn't get loaded. Doesn't get uploaded. And what we determine when we're trying to decide what we're going to upload and what we're not going to upload is if someone's uploading products that we just absolutely know is not going to sell. Is, you got a pair of earrings, you want $200 for the earrings, but they can be found everywhere on the internet for $20. So, because we still have to mark it up some. So now you want $200 for the earrings, we may mark it up to $210, but yet they're everywhere for $24. So I tell the members, be careful or be mindful when you're uploading your products, because we want to upload stuff that people are going to actually spend money on. We don't want Fortress to become that site where everything costs way more than you find it everywhere else. The other thing, we don't want people to just go over to Amazon and just pull a bunch of Amazon products over to Fortress. They mark it up so they can make some money on it. Then Fortress marks it up, and now we have a bunch of Amazon products that cost $20 more than it costs to get it on Amazon. So, the whole merchant marketplace was pretty much put together for members who have a product that they promote or push, not just to run and snatch products from other people's websites. But that was one of the reasons why we brought out the classifieds, because you know what? You can go put anything you want on the classifieds. We don't screen it. We screen it for legality. But if you want to stick those $200 earrings on the classified, you may come across somebody who wants to give you $200 for them, and that's just between you and them, and you can do that. And also, when you list on the classified, it's instant. So once you upload a product, it's there immediately. And make sure when you do put something in the classified that you put some way to be contacted, because I've noticed a few members have uploaded products, but they left no way to be contacted. So you got to, just think about what you're doing, because it's an opportunity that can really work for some people. I've seen some people put some classified items up and they immediately started getting sales that they weren't getting when they were just sitting in a Fortress store. So we're just trying to open up all of the avenues we can to make it easier for you to earn compensation.
Well, I do have two questions I put on the about the classifieds. Do you have to post, so you answered the first one, do you have to post your product on the merchant site first and get approved and all that stuff before you go to classifieds? And you said no.
Yep.
And I think you answered the other one too, was can it be unique products? Like if someone has a eclectic collection of music and record albums and stuff like that, and they want to sell them, you can put one of a kind kind of items out there and sell it?
Absolutely. That's the best stuff. That the stuff that you're not going to find everywhere is what we really want to see on the site. On the classifieds, like I said, you can put pretty much anything you want. Stay away from CBD products and stuff like that, because that causes us problems with our merchant processing. But anything other than CBD products and guns, you can put on there. So we love unique items.
Okay. Cabrita asked the question, if a person joins Fortress and place their own product on and or service into the marketplace, but never gets 3 like-minded people, then 2 months later, someone purchased that person's product or service, will they be paid for the sale of their products or service, even though they never even told anyone?
100%. That's one of the beauties of Fortress. People like to talk about this pyramid thing nonsense. With Fortress, for $10 a month, you can earn commissions off of your products, whether you've qualified or not. So basically, you're paying $10 to be given all of the things that you're being given. So yes, that is the one way you can. Now, to receive commissions off of other people's products, you would have to be qualified. But to get paid off of your own products, you never have to bring a single soul into Fortress. It's a membership club, and you've paid for your membership, and this is one of the benefits of your membership.
Awesome. That's a good pull for a lot of corporate people. Okay. We have a question from Dolores Olson, and she says, from the products that Fortress has that's listed on our shop, if we buy a product that the company has, I know we get a discount. Could we also make a commission on that product that we bought from buying the product as a member?
No. With the products, you get either a discount or a commission. So if you bought the product for yourself, you will receive the discount. If you sold the product to someone else, you will receive the commission. But they would have to go to your site and purchase their product. and then they would pay the full amount for that product, but then you would get the commission, which would be what you would have saved if you bought it for yourself.
Okay, Johnny Mack has a question, and I've been doing something similar to this. I want to see what your answer would be for it, and if you advise it and all of that. His question is, can you place someone under a specific individual?
Oh, 100%. I don't necessarily endorse it. I'm not against it, but here's the thing. Unless it's a child or a spouse, me personally, I wouldn't put anybody under anyone, because basically you're creating a system where they're going to expect that, and then they may duplicate that, and you will see your network start to stagnate. Because at $10 a month, and being that you only have to recruit 3 people, selling is not mandatory, if you found like-minded individuals, most people will see this and say, come on, it doesn't get any easier than that. Now, if someone put in 2 people and you saw that they were struggling to get that third, you know they really gave it a shot, okay, you give them a person. But some people are putting 3 people up under people just to get them qualified, and then those people end up getting $3 a month for the next 3 or 4 months. Why? Because they're
not doing anything.
Right. They didn't do the bare minimum. So yeah, it's up to you, but it is a way to slow down the growth of your network.
Excuse me, Akil, what I was really asking, not so much as placing them and giving them the person. I want to keep the person as my own personal sponsor, but I want to specifically place them in a lineage where, because they're bringing in maybe a large network that will benefit one of my members or one of my teammates. So like if I wanted to put someone in Edwin's team, not necessarily directly under him, but just somewhere in the team so he could benefit from that growth, is that a possibility?
The only way that's possible would be for you to let Edward personally sponsor him, because if you personally sponsor that person, they're going to fall where they fall. Even in corporate, I can't say, I'm going to take this person and place them on your level 2. Because if your level 2 already has 3 people, I mean, if your level 2 already has 9 people there, that means I would have to put them over someone else, which ethically wouldn't be right. So the network is built for people to just fall where they fall. And I mean, it's really that. So, and here's the other thing I tell people. Don't concern yourself so much with where someone is, whether someone's on your level 1 or on your level 2, because you're going to get $1 off that person if they're in your level 1 or your level 9. Now, if you have someone who's just, you just know they're about to come in and bring their network over, they're going to bring hundreds of people with them, you don't necessarily want them on your 8th level or your 9th level, and we can work that out. But someone falling anywhere between levels 1 and 7, it really doesn't make a difference whatsoever, because you're going to get $1 off that person. You're going to make pretty much 33% of whatever they do, because that's the way the network is set up, that you pretty much make 30% of what someone does. That's how you can get the $30,000 a month, because off your first person you can make 10,000, off your second you can make 10,000, off your third you can make 10,000. So that's basically the way it's set up. So I tell people all the time, don't worry about where somebody falls, don't worry about what level they're on, because this one guy, old school network marketer, I have to go through it with him every day because he's so concerned that his best friend is on his 4th level and he wants him on his 2nd level. But the bottom line is, when he came in, the people above him already filled up his 1st, 2nd, and 3rd levels for him because they were sponsoring so fast. So his first 3 people fell on his 4th level, and he didn't like that. I'm like, man, that's a good thing. So, you know.
Okay, we have 2 questions from Candy Perry. She's the lovely lady who did all the translations for us in Spanish. And the first one was, no more Cash App?
No. I'm not saying Cash App will be gone. As a matter of fact, Cash App may be the only one that I leave, especially for the very new people who, you know, are still getting the $3 to $10 and stuff like that. And then also, some people just love to hear that ding, but in last month's commissions, I went over my Cash App allowance. Cash App only allows you to pay out $7,500 a week, and our commissions exceeded that. So literally, I had to call some members and say, hey, you know, in order for me to pay you this week, you know, do you have a method? Do you have Zelle or anything where I can send you some money, because I can't send any more Cash Apps this week? So hopefully one day Cash App will up their weekly allowance for what we can spend. But that's one reason why I had to really go out and get these cards, because commissions are far more than $7,500 a month now.
Are you bragging or complaining?
Both.
Okay, so I switched from Zelle yesterday, so I need to go back to Cash App as my backup, but I'm still going to use the card. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Candy also said, I have been waiting for a product I purchased and I have received nothing. How long should I wait before requesting a refund?
Okay, up to 3 weeks. Now, this is something that I learned yesterday, and I know you guys are not in the Detroit area, but we had someone who was waiting on a product forever. But every time I tracked it, it said it was in process. It wasn't lost or anything. So I finally contacted the post office, and they told me that certain areas in Detroit are in Michigan, and certain areas in Florida, there's a huge delay. And I guess it has to do with this COVID thing. And then the other thing is a lot of people who were supplying, especially different drop shippers, they've shut down operations due to COVID, but they didn't let all of the vendors know that they're out of operation. So I'll place an order for a product that's a dropship item, and it never arrives. And then finally, when I get in touch with someone from that company, I'll hear that they've been shut down due to COVID. So if it's been more than 3 weeks, definitely email us so that we can just issue a refund, because I've had to do that on a number of products since this so-called pandemic started.
Okay, we're not gonna get into that. So next question is,
Oh, here we go.
the next question is, we talked about receiving your product. What about receiving your income? How's that pathway look? As far as someone purchased a product and I'm the vendor, I'm the merchant, when do I get my money? How does that work? What's the timeline?
Okay, so all you have to do is take a picture of your mailing label, and you get your Cash App instantly. Now, after we've done this a few times, and Lester Woods was on here, she could tell you, after you've done it a few times, we just go ahead and pay you instantly. As soon as someone makes the sale, we give you the Cash App and you just ship it out. We had to start waiting until people uploaded the mailing label, because we have members who weren't sending their products out fast. We would pay them the day the order was placed, but then they take 2 weeks to mail the product out when they have the product sitting right there in their home. So in order to get people to start sending it faster, we're telling them, show a picture of the mailing label and we Cash App you instantly. There's people on here who just got paid today or about to get paid. I don't know if I should call out their names, but there's 2 people on this call who will be receiving money today as soon as they upload their mailing label. I'm sure some of you know who you are.
Say my name. Say my name.
Andy Perry.
Okay, so they received a message that said, please send a mailing label in their email, or was it text or
Text message.
Okay.
I have a question. Can I ask a question? I'm sorry I didn't write it down. I'm a musician and I have tons of music on everywhere, iTunes and everything. I haven't loaded any of my music into Fortress because when people, how is it set up if I want people to buy my music directly from another website? I mean, is there, because I just don't understand how we would mark it up on the Fortress and then they go download it from my other website, because I don't sell physical CDs anymore. It's all digital now.
So what you should do, for one, is put it in the classified. Okay. Use it more as a promotional tool to promote your music. Because we do have people who have uploaded music, and it is hard to mark it up when it's popular everywhere else. We don't really like to do that too much.
Right.
So yeah, just market it through the classified.
Gotcha. All
right. Can you break the classifieds down a little bit more? If I'm reading right, and I think I am, this is a place where you can just put products, and so they're going directly from you to your product. The middleman, the Fortress is out, but the Fortress is just making this available as a source to be able to promote products. I have people that this would be tremendous for. They have medical supplies and other stuff. So they could just load their entire line on the classifieds. Would they still have the URL that they can copy and then promote like that?
Yeah, that you just described it. That's exactly what it is. What you said.
Okay, what I said, everybody.
No middleman.
Okay.
That transaction.
I'll say this at this point. I think it was Candy who helped me realize that you just recently added some new videos out there, and so we'll make sure that the team knows all about them. There's some great videos. I think I want to thank you because when people get started, they want to know, what do I do next? And you answered that question in those videos, and you gave a great description about classifieds and how it works. So thank you, and keep putting more videos back there. That's less we have to do. So thank you.
And that welcome video is now on everybody's. When anybody joins, that welcome video is attached to their welcome letter. So they'll always have that.
Awesome.
I had a downline member sent, because he watched the video yesterday, and he said, I didn't have to explain anything because of that video. I like the other video that was, that you were just talking over, but that video yesterday with the welcome, man, that hit it right there. And then you go to the commission video, it also just breaks it down even further. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Yes.
Let's talk.
So everybody, Z Winning Team, if you're on Z Winning Team, you have the 3 videos that Mr. Akili did, and I have posted them for you. You have your welcome, your basic training, and your commission. If it doesn't get answered in that, then you can actually call, one of your uplines, Edmund or myself, and get any other questions answered. But those 3 videos were very, very informative and well done. So thank you, Mr. Akili, because those 3 made it simple.
Absolutely.
Especially the basic training one.
Absolutely. And Mr. Akili, I want to say something as it relates to the credit card and Cash App. I'm thinking that having a Cash App option still there for new people when they join in that transitional phase of receiving that credit card that may be due some money. I think that's an excellent transition.
Right.
I think that card is going to be a very, very good way to really show people about the business. Just being able to hold the card and say, look, this is my Fortune card and this is how I get paid. So when it does come, I'm going to tell my whole team to make a quick video and really say, this is the Fortune, this is my Fortune card, and this is how I get paid.
It makes it real, that's for sure.
Yep.
I have one more question. But before I ask it, I want to ask, does anyone else have a question?
I do have a quick question. We're excited about all the things that you've laid out and that are coming down the pipe. What is the most priority and prominent thing that you have to lay out to make the fortress even more fortified?
It's what I say all the time. This is finally an opportunity to change our communities with very little effort if we just keep finding like-minded people. Think about it. We are now in 12 or 13 different countries. And it seems like now another country either joins every day or they inquire about joining every day. Fortress is a 3x9 force matrix from top to bottom, meaning that even on a corporate level, if I put in a country and that country goes haywire, they fall under you all. And when people understand that, that's when they'll start. Someone's going to wake up one day and say, "Oh my God, wait a minute! There's just under 4,000 people in Fortress, but some of these countries have a few million people. Some of them have a couple of 100 million people. If only 10% of that country got involved in Fortress, where do they go? They go under the people that are already in Fortress. Period."
Is it okay? Is it okay if I ask the question, when you say add a country, how do you do that?
Meaning someone from that country became a member. That's simple.
Okay. Okay, because that's exactly yes. Is England already with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think the question some people might want to ask, because we don't really have to pass any kind of pharmaceutical laws for country to country and all those kind of things, there is no red tape for you to have to go and physically open up a country. If we just add a person from a country, we're in it, right?
Absolutely. As long as they have a way of paying their $10 membership, they can get in, because us compensating them is the easy part. I can compensate someone one of 20 different ways. The hardest part is usually them having a debit card to pay their $10 monthly membership. But that's about to go away with this pay card.
Right. That's exactly right.
One last quick question on my end. I have a lot of questions, but you have a lot of answers. I'm not questioning your answers. Listen, is there any plan, or would you consider some type of labeling for when a person has completed their first level? They activated, got their 3, so they are lions, or they're ruby, or they're gold. So those 9 levels down, when you complete a level, that you now, you're emerald, you're gold, you're platinum, you're silver, you're quadruple, whatever. Is that something that you would consider?
I'm gonna tell you this. It's so funny because I can tell you're old school. You're network marketing.
Hey, I'm the principal of the old school.
I'm from that same old school, but with Fortress, we're just keeping it at qualified rep because I want to change people's mentality of network marketing and the old school network marketing simply because it had a 97% attrition rate, and for there to be a paradigm shift, Fortress had to do something that was just completely different. From one, no, you don't have to try to make all these different levels. You don't have to score these BVs and CVs and DVDs and all those, other things. Get 3 like-minded individuals, and pretty much you can consider yourself done. Okay, so yes, what you want to become is a qualified rep. Once you're a qualified rep, you can make up to $40,000 a month.
Candy.
Yes. Okay, you said we're in all the different countries. Two-fold question. One, which of those countries are the Spanish-speaking countries? And 2, I just want to be clear, you do not have to have a social security number. As long as you can do the business and have a way of paying it, you can be a part.
Correct. Now, to fill out the application, you will have to put in any 9 numbers because it won't let you sign up if you don't put something in the social security or tax ID area. So they can put 9 zeros, 9 ones, whatever 9 numbers they want. So as far as Spanish-speaking countries, I only know of 2 members that we have in Mexico, and other than that, then we got some Spanish people. We got some Spanish-speaking people in Spain and in Portugal.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Would it be possible for us to contact you and maybe you find a person that's a leader in one of those countries so that we can maybe piggyback on some of their opportunity meetings or something like that in full Spanish?
You know what? I have someone that's actually creating, and now that I've heard Candy, I'm reaching out to Candy for some translations, but they don't have leaders in those countries yet. It's 1 or 2 members there, and they're just as green as anybody, wanting to know what to do next. So okay. If a leader does rise in one of these countries, you will see them in someone called it Fortress book today. I think it was Cecil called it the Fortress book. But the social side of Fortress in the back office, I'm gonna make sure anybody that's doing something will be promoted back there so that other members can reach out and talk to them.
Great.
Okay. My question was in the when you sign up, the rules, what do you call it when you verify that you say I agree to all this stuff and whatever.
Terms of agreement.
Terms of agreement, yes. It says that a person has to be 18 years old, but on several webinars, I've heard people say 16. So I want to hear your answer to that question. How old can you be to be a Fortress member?
16 with your parents. So for instance, if you wanted to put your children in, they can be 16, but on their own, they have to be 18.
Bill, go ahead.
I just want to make a quick recommendation. You talked about the Spanish piece, and I implore Candy to send you a copy of her Spanish translation of the 1-minute presentation.
She's done that already?
She did an absolute phenomenal job.
Oh, I got to see that.
And you got to see it.
Woo-hoo, Miss Candy.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, I've been waiting on some Spanish translations of anything Fortress.
Well, they are all on Pick of the Day, and we have been doing them now for over 2 weeks. So I can definitely send you links to those if you'd like.
Yes.
Or I've subscribed to your YouTube, and so I'll send you pieces and parts of those.
Okay, definitely.
But Candy, be sure you send him your Spanish translation of the 1-minute presentation.
Mr. Bill did a 1-minute presentation that literally is only 59 seconds long. It's very informative. It's quick, it's easy, it's fast, and it actually is informative in 1 minute. So yes.
We need that in English.
Well, we have it in English, but she did a much better job in Spanish than I did in English. I'm gonna tell you that now.
I can't wait to hear both, because I tell people sometimes I'll do a meeting and I'll ask people, do you want my 30-second presentation, my 5-minute, or my 30-minute presentation? Because I'm looking for, I have a color code. I'm looking for the greens, the blues, the reds, and the yellows. Well, I'm not looking for the reds, but in my color code, I'm looking for the greens. That's the people that are just ready to go. My 30-second presentation is basically, would you be interested? And it's less than 30 seconds. Yeah. Would you join a business where for $10 a month, you can earn life-changing income? Yes or no?
Simple. Yeah.
Simple. And I'm telling you, I've literally put more people in the business with that than I have with talking about it for 5 minutes, because I guarantee you, a lot of you, you'll say, where do I join? Where do I sign? And then some of you will be like, what I have to do. And I say, well, you got to find 3 other people that can do what I just did. That's what you have to memorize. You have to memorize that script that I just memorized. And literally, I've seen people come in left and right, but then for some reason, when it gets to that second level, now everybody want to regurgitate a bunch of information. They want to run out and make billboards. I'm like, it didn't take 2 minutes. So, you know.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. It works.
Okay.
You said they're right at a little under 4,000 people. What's the with the momentum that's going on right now? Do you see a surge with people being sheltered in and what have you? Do you see a surge in growth, and do you think we can sustain that?
Oh yeah, big time. From the beginning, Fortress was all about getting the belief out. People didn't believe it. People were like, "Oh, it's too good to be true. Oh, that's this, it's that," and so forth. But then the commissions started going out. And once the commission started going out, the belief changed. And now we're starting to see an influx of people coming in. I know what's going to happen. Over the next couple of months, you know, we're going to crash the servers, which is a good thing. And we'll have to, you know, well, no, the servers are already set to handle a couple of 100,000 people. But I think we're going to even shatter that. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happened before the end of the year.
Excellent.
Really, right spot, the right time.
Crash.
Jackson has a question.
If he's not,
unmute yourself.
Make sure he's unmuted.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. The first question I have is, how can I view my product listings? In other words, how it appears on the site before it goes out to everyone?
Good question.
Well, you can't view it before it goes out because once you submit it and we make it live, it's live for everybody. But if there's something you want to change, literally just go into your back office and send us an email saying, hey, I want to change this. I want to edit this description and stuff like that.
Okay. A product that I have multiples of, but I also have a product that is a unique product. And once the first person that sees it buys it, they'll never see it again.
Well, also you only have one. Is that what you're saying?
Of some products, yes. I think John Mack will like this. I have cufflinks.
Mm. So that's for the classifieds.
Yeah, if you only have one item, you should put it in the classified, because I would hate to put it on the Fortress site and then 3 people order it at the same time and you only have one. Right. Even though we can't do quantity control.
Okay. Okay.
John Mack not gonna be the only one that likes cufflinks now.
Well, I have more than just that cufflink. I've been collecting cufflinks a long time.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But they're all one of a kind, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So definitely
Well,
the classified, right?
How many do you have? How many different ones do you have? I know it may be one of each, but how many?
Probably about 100.
Oh, but then what we should do is you should just upload pictures of all of them, and then I can create a cart where people can choose the one that they want. So
Okay.
yeah, we can work that out.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hey, is there a more effective way to look at, I know I'm scrolling through and trying to find a product to pick for the pick of the day. And it's not as robust, or it's not as easy to maneuver through the shop as I would want it to be.
So what's your question?
My question is, what's the easiest way to really manipulate, to go through to view the products? Just pick and choose, or?
You know, if you're looking for something specifically, the best thing to do is click on shop and then just type it in the search bar.
Okay.
Other than that, usually off to the side, there's a menu of categories. Just click on each category and you'll see every product that's in that category.
And I love that search because you can search a product name or a representative, like you have someone in your downline, you want to promote one of their products.
Oh, really?
Search by their name and you can see everything that they have posted out there.
I didn't even know that.
Go, Candy.
I will do that today.
Look at that, Candy. You're teaching the owner.
There you go, Miss
Really?
Candy.
Really. And I tell you, we're new. Look, we are growing together. It's like I learn stuff from you guys all the time. I take suggestions from you guys all the time. I never wanted Fortress to be a tyrannical thing where everything is my way or the highway. No, you guys give me suggestions where I can fit it in, I fit it in, and we make those changes.
Great, 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 great. That is wonderful to know, because you've got a team of people here that come up with ideas, and sometimes after our little pick of the day, we just spearhead and hear great ideas from Mr. Bill, Johnny Mack, just everybody that's willing to chime in, and we talk about it. So, and that's how we found out, Candy went in and found out how to actually find member products, because when we do a pick of the day, as Mr. Bill suggested, we go to our team members and we will hype their product, you know, so that we really get our team products out there. I happen to be one that, you know, I start picking and choosing from all over the place, you know, just to be different, but that's how we figured that out. So thank you for being willing to hear those suggestions and making changes that actually help all of us.
Well, you know what, since you said that, what I'm going to do today or tomorrow, I'm going to create a new category called member products, so that all you have to do is just click member products, and then every member who's uploaded a product will be right there.
All right.
Mr. Akili, I wanted to just tell you, my whole team is now using a product that I created, and we call them Fortress Funnels. I'm going to send the link to you because I want to upload it in the classified so you can actually see. It's just a funnel. I build funnel pages. I'm a web developer, and we've been using these funnels to quickly get them to the registration page. And I want to send you so you can see what it is. I just basically took the whole videos and the information, boom, real quick goes to the website. So I want you to see it. That way we can see how we implement it into the classified or the other side of the, the Fortress side of the business. So
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Sure.
Well, we've been on for almost an hour now. We appreciate your time with us. Anyone else have a question? Well, Marquis,
If you ever go to the Spanish-speaking countries, please pick me first to go with you, okay?
Will do.
I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. I want to say thank you to everybody who's on my team, everybody who's in the upline of my team, because everybody's here right now. And I just want to say I love you all. We've done a phenomenal job in the last 2-3 weeks. Everybody's on the call, everybody's building, everybody who calls me, who gets a chance, who I get a chance to talk to. I just want to say thank you. Let's just keep on going higher. Let's keep on winning. And let's realize this is simple. Simple. Keep it simple. And let's keep winning, guys.
Yep, we got to kiss it. Yep.
And I want to take the time to thank Vanessa. She has really been one who has, spearheaded this, the communication upward. So I want to take the time to recognize that. And then I want to take the time to recognize Ms. Marquis here. So she started and created this pick of the day. And, one of the things we've been talking about, whether she was going to upgrade her Zoom, because most of the time this doesn't run this long, but since we had a special guest today, you know, she decided to go ahead and upgrade. So I want to recognize that, you know, because she recognized the importance of that.
That's my business.
All right.
Thank you.
So Keely, this is a great team of people who all have different talents and skills, and they're willing to use them to help each other and the whole company. So you're going to hear a lot from us.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward
And
to
as
it.
you can tell, we have a lot of fun on this team because if you're not having fun, you need to go find something else to do.
Yeah.
Now,
That's what it's all about.
Somebody told me if you had,
be invited to my fortress when we get there. When I get the down payment for Victory Manor, I'm gonna send everybody a ticket. Come to Victory Manor. We're gonna have
Okay.
a
it
concert.
looks like that's a different Victory Manor than you started with. You've already upgraded, huh?
I gave Candy the other one. See, Candy, he took that one. And Marquis got even, you don't even, Marquis is on a lake and it take over the whole countryside.
I'm going to Marquis because I love
That's what I'm
fishing.
talking
Anything
about.
on the lake, I'm there.
That's right. That's right.
You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Bring your friends and your family.
Mhm.
Well, we want to thank you for your time again, and we just want to give props to everybody, Mr. Bill, Miss Vanessa, Miss Candy, Edwin Victory, Johnny Mack, you know, and all of our team members that have come on underneath of us. You guys, right now, you're sitting in that team spot. The only reason is you're learning the business, but you have gifts and talents, and I am definitely the one to put the spotlight on you. So speak up, speak out. We thank you, Miss Cabritha. If everybody doesn't know, Miss Cabritha, I'm putting you on blast. I'm still waiting for my Google tutorial because I'm not a Google girl, but we have people that have different skill sets. So shout them out there so that we know what they are. And absolutely, everybody knows Candy's under me. So, but Mr. Akili, thank you so much. Thing, you know, that we can do to
I appreciate you guys so much. I'm honored to actually be working with you all. That's from day one. My goal was to set out to find. I knew you guys were out there. I knew there were people out there who thought like me, and here you are. That's why I call us the Fortress family. More than anything, I call us a Fortress family. And one day we're all going to get together. Andy and I were just talking the other day about where we want to have our big get together.
Las Vegas. That's where my key is.
Vegas.
We can rent out Jerry's place. We can rent out Jerry's place in Dallas, you know. 80,000 fit right in there.
Oh, Vegas.
Most of my family is in Vegas, by the way.
That's
So.
What I'm talking about. Let's come on to Vegas, baby. Let's do it.
This is America.
Okay, well, everybody, like Mr. Bill has says, we have been on now close to an hour. It's 55 minutes, 35 seconds. We did not do the tutorial of the actual pick of the day. Remember that Pinterest is up. Pinterest. So if you are on Pinterest and you need a tutorial for that, we want to make sure that we get that for you, and we will do that between Tuesday and Wednesday this week. We're on every single morning at 9:30, which is Vegas time, 10:30 Mountain time, 11:30 Central time, and 12:30 Eastern time. So we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you again, Mr. Akili, our special guest. You guys have a great day.